Sharad, how are you?
Very, very, very good. How about you?
I'm good. You're looking well rested, huh? I think the lockdown's doing you good.
Yeah, so far so good. A lot of rest, a lot of Wi-Fi time, a lot of home time, a lot of pet time, a lot of doing of the dishes, mopping the floors, cleaning of the shelves,
Okay.
cooking, everything. It's been a bit of everything.
I'm going to ask your wife. I'll cross-check whether you've actually done it or you're just telling me.
Absolutely. Scouts promise.
How is Ripsi? How is she?
Good. She's also, I think the best part, of this, I mean, I always say that, that somewhere there has been this silver lining for us, especially, the two of us.
Yeah.
Because last year, after we got married, I barely had time to sit at home and like spend even like an hour with her, like productively, but now it's been 3 months of completely non-interfering, just spending some good quality time, with her, which has been great, fantastic. And we're loving it. I think so much to talk, so much to discover, so much to just know about each other, which is great.
In fact, I remember until last year, you were Sharad Malhotra, the eligible bachelor. And then you got
correct.
Married. So tell me, how much has Sharad Malhotra changed?
Roshni, change in the sense, I think I've probably calmed down a lot. In the sense, in my personal life, professionally, I think I'm still very hyper. I'm still, very jumpy about my work and everything. But I think just talking about myself as a person, just as a family man, I've become more rooted. I've somewhere not taken a back seat, but I've kind of matured also, I think, with these past few weeks and past few months, and been absorbing so much. Like I said, we've been spending a lot of time, we've been talking a lot, and I think it's great to kind of get the other person's perspective also, because usually it's all about us, I, me, and myself. But it's good to know about your better half, what he or she thinks about you and how she perceives you. So that's been something which has been like an eye opener in a good way, at times not in a great way also. So I think it's just kind of got me aware of things around, and it makes me value relationships a lot more now.
In fact, since you're talking about family, I'm sure there's that one question, at least from your family members, that, when did the two of you plan to extend your family?
No, I think we are loving it at the moment, man. I think, like I said, there's so much to discover about each other that I think we're just we're just loving this phase right now. And yes, we have a share of agreements and disagreements, like normally people do, like every couple does. But I think we are still very much on the same page that we need to give ourselves time. We need to live life together before we plan to introduce or get somebody else, into this world. So I think it's about also spending some. I've always loved my me time. People know that. So now it's obviously allowing somebody to enter into your space. So that obviously takes a lot. So I'm kind of getting used to that. She's getting used to that because she's also a very independent person. She's been traveling all these years. She's a working woman, which I love. Mind of her own, strong head on her shoulders, and so I think we just take it easy right now. So there's no, in fact, a lot of my friends and all my family members have been saying that make best use of the COVID period. So I think the best use would be just doing the household chores.
Totally. For now, I think you should focus on that.
Yeah, I think I'm just waiting to get back to work, man. I think there's so much I need to work. I just kind of managed completing 15 years into the industry, and I think I'm just getting warmed up. It's not even started for me now. So I'm hoping.
It's 15 years.
Kind of,
That's
yeah.
a thing, long journey of yours, I must.
Yeah, it sounds. It makes me look very prehistoric, but it's okay. I think I'm just. It's still like a learning phase for me, and I think it'll always be. So I keep talking to my directors and my producers that, I'm just getting started. It still feels like the first day.
That's great. So you still have that enthusiasm of a newcomer. Even today, I think you want to explore as many genres as possible.
I think people like you and me, I think we're so work career oriented people. We're so ambitious about what we do. We probably have to keep pushing ourselves all the time. You like it or you don't.
I think passionate is what you want to say.
Passionate, absolutely. I
I
think
see the
passionate.
passion in you from day one. Each time I met you, you would only get so excited about every role of yours, and that's what really
Yeah,
set you apart from everyone.
I think considering the competition is like a lot now, it's more tougher, and a lot of new people coming in every like dime a dozen people dropping in every day. So it gets you feel like, oh, okay, somebody might just come and be a little better than you, but you don't want to give that chance. And you don't want to take that chance. So you have to be probably at your best all the time.
So how do you cope with that? I mean, even though you're an established actor, well experienced, but still those insecurities are there with every actor. So how do you deal with it?
See, I think that's pretty normal. I think that's very organic to have some kind of insecurity. I'm not saying being insecure all the time.
Yeah.
I've now Roshni, it's something which I would like to share with you also. That in fact, it's a beautiful thing you asked me. That now, especially after all these years, the insecurity is there, but there's some kind of confidence, self-belief rather, that I can somewhere, convince people with the characters I play. Maybe that has kind of grown over these years. I wouldn't say being overconfident and cocky about it, but a lot of self-admiration. I think it's very important for an artist, especially. You need to admire yourself and your talent. Not get obsessed with it, but you need to appreciate your own self. So I think I have also been doing a lot of that, especially during this entire lockdown period. There's been a lot of gratitude which I've been kind of following. I've been messaging people I've been working with all these years randomly, just thanking them, and some friends, some family. So yeah. So I think all of that, and a belief that if he's got me so far, I'm sure there's a lot planned for me. I mean, there's a lot in store for me as well. I mean, for the times to come. So yeah.
Absolutely. In fact, even during the lockdown period, I think you've done some nice, interesting videos encouraging people,
Yeah.
giving them a lot of hope. So that's really.
Yeah, I think thankfully, I think I've been working with some very passionate and young and go-getters, who've always been wanting to give their best, and I think I love that. I think I love working with people who are like hungry. They are like craving to do good work, and I happened to do this video. It was a beautifully written sonnet, if I may say, which I shot myself at home, and it was co-directed by another friend of mine, who's obviously become a friend now. But I had shot my first festival film called "She's the One" with her. So yeah. So I think both of us kind of we are on the same page when it comes to work. I think it's great. I think it's a great camaraderie, and we just love working. And people have loved what we did during the lockdown. So
Interesting, Sharad. So cheers to that, and for a lot of good work, which we're going to see of yours in the future, I'm sure, soon after the lockdown, and when things start, in terms of shooting and all. So when do you see, things starting? TV industry, of course, has just about begun, but full-fledged, is there hope
yeah, I think
this year?
I think TV. I'm sorry.
Is there hope this year, full-fledged in terms of films and everything else starting?
Oh, absolutely. I think we all living by that little thread called hope, that little thin thread called hope. And I think I look at things opening very soon. I think we've already started shooting. I think a lot of studios have opened.
Yeah.
A lot of producers have started working with a lot of protocols being maintained on set. A lot of precautions being taken. A lot of my dear friends, who turned producers, and so they've actually been we've been discussing about following this Bible that they've got, all the do's and the don'ts, sanitize the place, keep spraying it with disinfectants and antivirus, and those sprays and everything, and wear a mask all the time and your gloves, and So it does get obviously very difficult to shoot, in such circumstances because we're not used to it. I mean, as an actor, especially, you need to be free. You need to feel free. You need to breathe free. But having said that, I think we are starting. I think it's a start. It's a new normal, which I think we're looking at, and hopefully by next month, I think things probably should get more thicker.
Sharad, on that positive note, I want to thank you for being a part of this chat.
Thank you so much, Roshni.